probably started the game broadcast when I was outside of a mission. I don't know if it was paused or what. I remember there being a thief inside of this one, and I can't remember if it was break all red arrows, or if I had to do something with the boxes at the very beginning of the mission. So I really don't know. And now that I've stopped, I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, look, I'm done. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm a burnout. Okay. So for those of you that are just starting this game and have never played it before, you can download this game for free. You don't need to play with money. Like, you don't have to buy the game first with money. You can download it for free and play for free if you'd like. So, yeah, you don't need to spend money to play this game. Unfortunately, I am. So, I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Do you hear that? The little buzzing noise, like... Hear that? You're always gonna want to listen for that sound. These here, they're, it's really hard to explain. They're not really that good. You can collect them. These are called exobytes. You can collect them to make your gear a lot more powerful. Back in the day, that's what you would do. You would go to R&D station or something like that, and you would screw around with the sockets, and then you would attach them. You would attach them to your gear over here, right? They would attach right beside the defense, health, power, precision, blah, blah, blah. There used to be a box there, okay? And those sockets that you made from the thing that I had just collected would go into that little box. But now you notice that there's no box beside where it says defense, power, precision, might, blah, blah, blah. I am guessing that they had switched it to your little station inside of your home. We're not there yet, so I'll explain that later on. You'll get more as the game goes on, so I'm going to continue with this character just to show everybody, like, this is how you play. I'm very bad with explaining things, so just bear with me here. You'll see what I mean when I do it, okay? So with this character, I'm going to continue broadcasting with this character only, okay? Makes it a lot easier. So this character is, I think, at level 8. If not, she's at level 7, but she's very low. I should have probably started with a brand new character, just to show everybody exactly what it is, what it's like, but I messed up and I didn't, so I apologize for that, but it's good enough to start here. So this is the police station that I had just entered, and these are your mailboxes, okay? Do you see the mini-map on the right-hand side? Do you see how there's, I'm gonna point the little arrow to it, you see right there, how there's a mini envelope right here, right? So that means that you have something in your mailbox. So you're gonna wanna come over here and collect it. So you're just gonna wanna press your up and down buttons to highlight and press X to accept. You're gonna wanna really make sure that the game gave it to you and not somebody else. I hear that there's scams going on in there. So I really don't know about any scams going on in there, but they say in the beginning of they tell you in the beginning to watch out for this, okay? So you are going to get a warning. This is your spot where you get all your new gear and everything. I like to take the things that I don't really use, and I like to hide them all the way down here. Now this, okay, this thing there, I can't unlock it. It's something I had bought. I grabbed the wrong, this is for the wrong power that I have. This is, yeah, I can't use this. I can't even delete it. So that's one thing that the game's gonna want to do, is have some sort of way to delete this item. Because if you see at the bottom it says equip, but if I press it, it does nothing. You see how you can delete the item, but it's not... You see how it's available now, but then when I scroll over, it's not available? So that's one thing that the game is going to want to fix, because people make mistakes, right? They click on things, now that one spot is unavailable. Now, I had bought a monthly subscription, so I get a lot more space, but a lot of people don't get a lot of space like this, and so having that option to delete this would be very, very, very helpful. Anyway, so I am going to equip my gear, so every time you win a mission, every time you go through something, you're gonna win certain gear. You're gonna look for the levels of gear. You see, my gear over here for my legs, there's nothing there, so I'm gonna equip it anyway. But if I was to equip something, see how it says already collected? You're not gonna want to take it. But if the level is, let's say, because I'm level 5 on legs, let's say I got something that was level 3, but it's in green, you're gonna want to collect it anyway, because the more things you collect, the better chance you're gonna have to get a feat. Okay, you need so many feats to get a point, so you're gonna want to collect everything you can, but make sure that if it's, like I said, if it's legs and its required level is 3, but your other one was 5, you're gonna want to switch back. Okay, so see, like, let's say if it was a level 3 and I switched, the level 3 legs would be there. So I'm just gonna want to press the button again so that I can get my level 5 back on there. I hope that made sense. So I'm in the middle of a mission, so we're just going to continue with that mission. So the Xbox on the mini-map is where we're going.
Hey, it's my partner in Monkey Ball. You up for a new crisis? 'Cause Hive's taken over the Metrodome, and Superman thinks you can handle it.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you a second to read that. Mission completed. Okay. Got it. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to collect it. Alright, now, since we've got some new gear, we're going to collect the gear. You're always going to want to do that first, okay? Collect the gear, and then, yeah, that's a consumable. So, let's say you're down on power. Okay, your power is the top left hand. You see how it says Lizzie Marie, and it's got a 9 and a power bar? You're always going to want to make sure that's up. So when that goes down, you're going to drink the consumable, okay? So first of all, look at the bottom. You see where my powers are? Now, you see how it says 41 Super Cola? So when I collect this, that's gonna go into that spot, you see? And that's like a very good boost. So you're gonna want to keep that for when you go into like a heavy mission, right? So now we're gonna go to Metropolis and we're gonna continue our missions. One thing that I don't like is, let's say I want to turn myself into the dinosaur trinket that I have, right?
Let's get it done.
Every time I enter or leave a police station, it changes me back. I'm not sure I like that too much. Like, I would like to be able to get out of the police station and into the police station without that happening. But, and for some reason today, I've been having a hard time getting in and out of the police station. Not a hard time, but just like it takes a while, right? Like, this has never taken that long. The people! No wonder it's glitching out. Wow. Now, when you go on the villain side, it is completely not like this at all. Wow. So that's why, yeah, that's why it's glitching out and shit. So there's a lot of players on the hero side. So if you don't want a lot of glitching and you don't want to be around a lot of people, I would suggest for you to go to the villain side, okay? Because the villain side, there's not going to be as many. I usually play the villain side, but right now I'm a hero.
Superman speaking.
To change.
Given your past work, I know you're the one to handle this situation. The Hive and Queen Bee are usually more interested in creating drones than hijacking trucks, but that's just what they're doing at the Metropolis Metrodome. They're attacking Star Labs transports to steal mass payloads of exobytes. We must reduce our losses. Those exobytes are critical to defeating Brainiac.
See, and the reason why I fly over the whole thing is so that I can look for these little guys right here, because not every mission, but almost every mission is gonna have one of these side quests. And it's good to fill these out.
Think you can grab some of those blasting scepters from the Hive stingers? They're loaded with neurotoxin, and we need some way to neutralize it. The more scepters we can get, the more likely we can work up a defense.
And always make sure that you get your investigations too, because those are important.
Hive mind transmission. Primary training mandate. Swarm them!
To get these exobytes out of here
Instead of calling them names or saying, you know, mean things, why don't you try and help? Okay? Show people what to do. Take the time to explain it, and don't get mad if they screw up. People screw up, okay? So, like, if you're that kind of person that gets mad because people are messing up or they're not keeping up, don't even play with people, because, like, you're not And one thing you gotta remember is it's a video game. Don't get upset and mad at somebody over something stupid, okay?
Sting of Sazzle's wrath!
Because not everybody's gonna be good at this, right? Like, look, I'm trying to press and there we go. It took me 3 or 4 times.
The swarm cannot be stopped! That stings to those that oppose the Hive! Death to those that oppose the Hive! These exobytes belong to Queen Sazzle! The swarm cannot be stopped! Feel the sting of Sazzle's wrath!
You're gonna go after
the
anyway.
Swarm cannot be stopped!
One thing I've noticed is that you have 2 power slots now. It's weird. Look at it. Get away! Take R3. I can't remember.
Feel the sting of Sazzle's wrath!
If you're looking for somebody that...
Death to those that oppose the Hive! The swarm cannot be stopped! Of Sazzle's wrath! Death to those that oppose the Hive!
Run for your life!
These exobytes belong to Queen Sazzle!
I like to use my guns a lot.
The swarm cannot be stopped!
I use
that oppose the Hive! Death to those that oppose the Hive!
Collect stingers. Oh, look, there's another one. And you're also going to want to make sure you look at how many are down and how many leave.
Feel the sting of Sazzle! These exobytes belong to Queen Sazzle!
Now I don't even need to be doing that. I need to go to the vehicles and protect them.
Hey, we need your help to recover these units before they fall into enemy hands.
And usually if I can't do my full loadout, I won't.
Notifying base.
I'll just use the extra power thing I got. The power, you know what I mean? Like the boost. Don't even know what it's called. There we go.
I'm accessing the Hive's latest information. I don't understand why they would want exobites. They're just mindless drones under the influence of Queen Zazzala's hypnopollen. Which, by the way, you should not breathe, got it?
And when you see me going from rooftop to rooftop and I'm looking around, it's because I'm looking for investigations. Oh, look at that. We got our base.
The Hive has turned the Metrodome into a fortress to defend their stolen exobites and spread their mind-controlling hypnopollen across the city. Take out those dispensers and tag the exobite containers for pickup. Star Labs will take it from there.
So, my opinion, as soon as you can open up your base, do it. If you have things to acquire first, like, let's say you're like me and you bought a penthouse lair, ancient lair, cave lair, whatever, collect those first. You want those active, because if they're not, you're not going to be able to use them. So make sure those are activated first, okay? Don't activate anything else unless you've activated this, okay? Now we're gonna activate the base. Okay, now we're gonna go over to our inventory and we're going to select that and that.
Good. Now that you have a theme for your base, you need to get a deed. These are used to actually grant base ownership and to select a location for the entrance.
Alright, now we're gonna go over to our journal again, and we're gonna go up here where it says homestead, and we're going to establish your own base, which can theme, decorate to the best and fit your style. So, with my other one, I have posters, I have furniture. They have a lot of cool stuff that you can get. But that's later on, like when you're past 30. So now we're going to go over here.
There you go.
Home.
Now when you use your deed, it will grant you access to a base and allow you to choose a location in Metropolis or Gotham for the entrance. Give it a go.
So now we're going to go over here and we're going to do this. Now this is going to pop up. Now use your button to go up, right, where it says label, and pick whichever one you want. I want, now let's go with penthouse. Now you could do this later on if you want a place that's like $2,050 cash. You can wait if you want and do this, but personally, I don't wait. I like to grab mine right away, and I like to have it in the middle-ish. And if there's not one here, I will go up here and I will change into Gotham and see what's available there. See, and look, $750. But I'm gonna want to try to get in the middle here. There we go, right here in the middle. So I'm gonna go with Rumble Road. Be careful where you pick, because a lot of them is gonna make you go into, like, one time I picked a base and it stuck me right next to something that could freaking kill me with one shot, okay? So if you didn't buy an extra thing where you can just use that to go here and there, like a entrance, a base entrance thingy that'll bring you over here, over there. If you don't have that, don't just pick anywhere. Know where you're picking, because like I said, you don't want to get one-shotted, right? So we're gonna, because I've done this before, pick that middle spot. I'm gonna do it again.
All right, head to your base now and we'll take a little tour.
So we're gonna go there now. My other one, I had music playing when you first entered, it was something that you had to purchase. I don't even think it's available now.
This is your mainframe, the nerve center of your lair. You can use it to gain access to powerful tools like orbital strikes, backup reinforcements, and powerful equipment mods. Your mainframe's power is maintained here as well, so be sure to keep it up so you can have access to more powerful features. This is your dispenser, where you'll retrieve the items that you've selected in the mainframe, such as communicators for your backup and orbital strikes. Finally, this is your base's control panel. It's used to enter decoration mode, alter some of the colors of your base, and for other utility purposes.
One thing I can say about this base, as soon as you can, make sure that the generators are active.
That's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to owning and operating your base. Let's get started on placing some base items. I've given you a few things. Check your inventory and collect the base items.
Because let's say if you start putting sockets on your gear and all that, well, guess what? Now they're not going to work because there's no power in your generators. So one thing
now that you've added the base items to your base inventory, use the control panel to enter decorator mode.
You're going to want to come down here. I'm pretty sure this is it now. It's been a while, okay? So right here, okay? You're going to want to make sure that these are active once you start placing your builds and your mods. Here's your mods, okay? This top row, this is where your, how do I explain this? So once you get certain places like the war room or, you know, like a Metrodome or whatever, you're gonna place them up here. Now, from what I know, from what I understand, Hall of Legends and stuff like that is way better to be putting up here. Somehow it makes it more powerful. I'm not too sure how, but yeah. Now this is stuff that I'm gonna have to get into later. We're not there right now, so we're gonna ignore this for now, okay? We're not gonna do any of this right now because we're still pretty low. We're still 9. I'm just gonna show you what to expect. So these are, like I said, you're gonna want to really take some time and read. You're gonna have to read everything, okay, to understand it. Okay, you're gonna need source marks to complete this and some other stuff. So again, this is important to run because of your generators, okay? Now this is the permissions for your base. Let's say if you have a friend and you want them to be able to come into your base and use all your stuff, like practice on your henchmen or, you know, even enter your base or move items. To give them permission, you're going to want to go into here, okay? You're going to want to add a league or add a player, and then on the side here, it gives you use amenities, move items, enter base, you know, blah, blah, blah. So that's there. And then over here is like your henchmen and stuff like that. So you're gonna want to get your dive hangout, okay? And I'm gonna show you what that does, okay? Once you select it, you're gonna want to go back into here and, well, maybe not. So I gotta get higher of a level first before that works, but this is where all your henchmen are gonna be and blah blah blah, okay? So we're gonna place the
While
base
in
items.
decorator mode, you can place your items at the appropriate markers. While most base items are cosmetic, there are amenities you can acquire that have very specific functions like bank, mail, and broker access. However, amenities can only be placed at specific markers. Once you've filled up enough markers, you will unlock free placement mode and be able to place base items almost anywhere. So, that about wraps it up. I'm sure you'll uncover even more interesting things about your base. Good luck. And don't forget to try placing those items. Oracle out.
I'm gonna have to take a break here because I have a lip ring, and for some reason the stud came off and it's really sharp. If one of my cats get that, I'm in trouble. I gotta find that. So I'll be right back. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be back. I have your light. That fucking cat. Holy fuck, that hurt them. Because it's a little tiny stud, eh? I don't think the cat would, but just in case, fuck. It... Where the hell did that go? I mean, the fuck? It's not. It's not. I hope I lost that outside. Fuck. Oh no. No, nowhere in here. Unless it's where I sat, but no. Super dark. Maybe it just stayed in and it fell out outside. Alright, well, I guess I couldn't find my little stud, but I'm back. Okay, so we're gonna enter decorator mode. You see how there's an X? Now you can move around. I pull out first, like I pull the thing, like the joystick. Oh, I'm such a burnout. Okay, I'm gonna place the items. It's fairly easy. Once you start placing your base items and having enough base items, you'll be able to start screwing around and like place them anywhere you want. Like I have some henchmen and whatnot, so I'm gonna place those too. Usually I place my mailbox about here. Right there, and then I usually put... Sometimes I put my henchman here, but this time I'm going to place him in the basement. And I'm gonna... here. This is one thing I have a hard time with straightening it. Ah. Good enough. Alright. We're gonna go to the basement. We're gonna put our henchman here. Well, maybe we should put it here. Yeah, we'll put it over here. Gives me a lot more room. Alright, now... The fuck? What? Hey, what's going on here? There we go. What? That was weird. Okay. Alright. Okay, now... We got everything placed, so we're good to go. So we just go to our journal. And,
The Hive has turned the Metrodome into a fortress to defend their stolen exobytes and spread their mind-controlling hypnopollen across the city. Take out those dispensers and tag the exobyte containers for pickup. Star Labs will take it from there.
I mean, I could have just walked out into Metropolis, but I figure I come here first. You know what? We'll do this another time. We'll just go to the police station. I still need a lot of investigation, so it doesn't matter where I pop out on the map. So, I'm just gonna go out. It doesn't really matter for me where I pop out on the map because, like I said, I like to get the briefings and investigations. Oh my God, do something! And it's taken so long to get in and out of those police stations today. I bet you if I jump on the villain side, and it's not like this. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is start a new broadcast with a brand new character. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna go on the villain side because this is not good. Like, there's too many people on the game for me to... Yeah, okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna start over. I'm not gonna start over, like, I'm still gonna be playing this tune, so still pay attention to this one, right? Because this is the hero side. So, I am gonna be playing some more on this one, but I'm going to start a new broadcast with a new player. So, I will be right back, but I will also be back to play with this character in a little while, okay? Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm still going to be playing with this character, still watch out for the stuff with this character, but I am also going to start a new broadcast from the beginning But instead of being a hero, I'm going to be a villain. Okay? So, I'm going to stop my broadcast and start over. Oops.